Are you in the market for an electric side-by-side? If so, this might be your video. Today I'm going to do a full review, almost a 10-year review of our 2015 Intimidator Electric side-by-side. So if you're interested in electric vehicles, I'll give you all of our background, the reasoning why we bought it, how much it cost, breakdowns we've had, and all of that. So let's get into today's video. Thanks for joining us. So in 2015, we bought our second electric vehicle back then, and I did a ton of research on electric vehicles. And we had actually had one before that. We bought a Hunt V before that, and that thing was a pile. It was just, we lost a lot of money on that. I ended up trading that in for the Intimidator Electric. So the reason I picked the Intimidator back then, keep in mind this was in 2015, is it was the toughest one on the market. We wanted a real side-by-side, a heavy-duty one that will get around our farm. We had land in Illinois and in Kentucky, and it was hill country, it was rugged country, and we needed it for work. I mean, this was our primary vehicle to use around our flip properties and the property that we actually lived at.
On here is a rotomolded plastic.
Okay.
A lot of people use injection mold, but this is rotomold. Very heavy duty.
Wow.
Takes a beating and keeps on ticking.
As well as the Kentucky farm. The Kentucky farm was an investment property, but we put that Intimidator to use over the last 9 years. Over the last 8 years. So our primary uses for it, 8 months out of the year, well actually 12 months out of the year, we use it for work. Not as much anymore now that we have a couple of gas machines. I got a new ATV and a side-by-side, but we still have used it over the years for work before we had those machines. We've used it to haul heavy stuff in the dump bed and pull trees out of trails and bring in firewood and that kind of stuff. You can make it. No, just keep it in four-wheel drive. You got a skid plate under there. You don't need to lock the differential, just four-wheel drive is fine. This is a really washed out, it's just a short section, but it's really rough. It's got a big drop off right there where she's at. We have had it stuck a few times, but the reason we got the Intimidator, there was a few reasons. One is it was a true four-wheel drive. It had locking differential, and I think we had to add some of this stuff on, you know, for the complete package when we bought it. But it had, you know, a true locking rear differential, and I just go straight back. You'll hit them two humps. Oh, wait a minute. I missed one. I missed one of the straps. Do over. Yep. I know it. All right, cut your wheels this way just a smidge. Nope, the other way. There you go, just like that. All right, we're back out at Project 291. We've got a nice day. Believe a locking front diff, if I remember correctly. The previous one, the Hunt V, was basically a golf cart. It had a front and a rear motor, and they were basically golf cart motors. But the Intimidator had a single motor that was a heavy-duty motor. It was made in Germany. So I really like that. And we've had no problems with the motor at all in the last 8 years of using it. The things that we did have issues with early on, one of the things I came to like about the machine is it's programmable. Not by you though, you or me, the customer, but by the factory. So the level of engine braking, they can adjust that. You can't, maybe nowadays you can, but back then what we had to do is I bought it and started using it in hilly country, you know, where we live, and going down hills, it would kind of freewheel, just whoo. And when I did my homework, I'm like, hey, they say there's engine braking. So from, I think it was Arkansas or somewhere down south, they actually sent a computer up here to our local dealer, and he reprogrammed it and put the engine braking at like 5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10. And after that, it was great. I mean, we love it. You could be going down an incline, a steep one, and if you let go of the gas, you don't even have to hit the brake pedal. I mean, it's still that way today, which one of the reasons we like it. So we got that engine braking taken care of. We added, one of the things I recommend for any electric is a water pump system, because you got to keep them batteries full of distilled water. And when when it's hauling around a 1,500 pound machine, them batteries get hot. So we paid extra. It's a water pump system that all you have to do is get your gallon of distilled water and pump, and it fills all them batteries at the same time. You're supposed to do it like weekly. And obviously if you use it more, it's gonna burn up more distilled water. So that we added on, added on a winch, some different lighting. Oh, so back to the 12 months a year of working. All right, we're headed out to the back of the property. We got the Intimidator Electric today, but our main missions are, mine is to go down by that creek and explore that. And then I'm gonna drop Sharon off at the old cistern well and old home site and those 3 rock piles that me and Curtis found on the last trip. So beautiful weekend here. What's today? February? Who knows? It's late, mid-February already. So come join us for some fresh air. So we use it year round, but come deer hunting season, it was my primary buggy for deer hunting, because we're pretty much into deer hunting and noise and scent control. We're pretty detailed about that. So we use it exclusively during the deer season. And it's definitely a capable machine with that 4-wheel drive and the true 4-wheel drive and that heavy duty motor. We got it stuck a few times, so we learned its limitations, but that was pretty much user error. I did not learn the nasty red clay that well yet when I got it stuck a couple times. So the things that we've had go wrong with it over the years are the battery charger. When you plug it in, it charges all of them. I think it's 8 batteries. They're 6 volts, so it's a 48 volt system. So when you plug it in, it charges all of them at once, and that battery charger went out on us, and it was literally like 2 months after the warranty. That was like $700, I would say. And another thing that did go bad on it in the last 2 years was the gas pedal, since it's all electric. So that gas pedal went out, and that was probably another $300 maybe to have that repaired. And there was one other thing. Oh, the batteries. Yeah, we had to replace the batteries roughly after 5 years or so. That was another, $800, depending on where you bought the batteries and how high a quality batteries. All you really needed was the 6-volt batteries. So we went kind of middle of the road on the batteries, and it's still going strong. I remember when we were using it for the Kentucky farm, I would drive that thing, all over the place and put miles and miles on it, on the trails and the hills and that. I don't recall the specs, but like all battery operated things, the specs that they're gonna give you are under perfect conditions, So if they say it's got a 20-mile range, that's under perfect conditions, flat weather, 60-degree weather. Obviously, when it gets colder out, you're gonna get less life out of the battery, but that's not really Intimidator, that's all of them. So we have really liked this Intimidator. It has been a stalwart for us on all of our flip properties. We've picked barns with it. Obviously we've been in the different woods using it for deer hunting. We've dragged a lot of deer out with it. Some people that might not be appealing, but it has a ton of torque and power. Any electric vehicle does. We've dragged logs out of the woods. We've done all kinds of work stuff with it. So it's been just a great machine. Even back then it was expensive, but it was the best one on the market, at least in my opinion. In 15, it cost us $17,000 after we added on all the differential lock, the battery thing. We put a windshield on it, we put a winch on it. So I don't even know what they cost nowadays, but it's been a good machine. It really has. We may have blown a tire once or popped a tire, but that's just being out in the field in rugged country. Like I said, the few things that went wrong with it were pretty standard, for an 8-year period of time, and it's still going strong. We still use it for deer hunting. Matter of fact, I did take it over to one of our flip farms, and we did use it here, myself and pro staffer Phil. and it did the job well for deer hunting. So it's been a great machine. Hope this helps you if you're shopping for electric machines. There's so many out there nowadays, but I figured it was time to give a full review after, you know, close to 9 years. I mean, we're pushing 2024 of using this thing. Hope that helps. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button. We greatly appreciate that. And good luck out in the field, and good luck with whatever vehicle you're researching or you end up buying. Thanks a lot.